What do we know about what has happened here?
So this looks like the response to the Iranian attack on the Baluch autonomous group who are living in Pakistan, in Baluchistan itself. They are called the Jaish al-Adha, and what they wanted was more autonomy for Baluchis in Sistani, Baluchistan, in other words, the Iranian province. And what the Pakistanis have done is they've attacked the Baluch Liberation Army bases, which are sitting in Iran. Now, both those groupings clearly want more independence and more autonomy in the region. It's quite interesting that both countries have targeted very specifically those groups who are looking at for more autonomy for the Baluch region, whether it be in Pakistan or indeed in Iran.
And what does this do you think, to sort of the regional tensions right now?
It just adds to what is already a pile of very difficult issues. So we've got this issue going on as well. We're also well aware of what's been going on in Israel and Gaza, on the Israeli border with the Lebanon, with the fighting there with Hezbollah, and indeed the effect on Israeli civilians being forced to move out of the area. The West Bank fighting is going on. Iran has reached out. It's attacked into Baluchistan, as we discussed. It's also attacked into northern Iraq. It claimed it was attacking a Mossad base. In fact, it appears to be a Kurdish intelligence base, and the Kurds have got a claim on part of Iran as well. And they also attacked ISIS in Syria, and that was in response to ISIS's terrorist attack in Kerman on the 3rd of January, which killed over 80 people. And then, if that wasn't enough, there are reports, so far not fully corroborated, of airstrikes in Syria today. All this adds up to
airstrikes by the Iranians.
No, we're not clear. We're not clear who they are. But there's some reports from a Syrian opposition group that there's been airstrikes in Syria today as well. So that's there. All this, the point of that is that look at the whole region as a whole. We have, and people sometimes talk about an arc of instability. We have a whole series of issues ongoing at the moment, all of which are capable of gross miscalculation.
Yep.
Now, if I just use the example of Syria, Syria has got US bases in there, it's got Russian bases in there, Iran uses it as a transit place, there are large-scale criminal drug smuggling gangs. At any stage, if one of those countries reaches out to attack one of the opposition there, it could make a miscalculation. The other point about it, I think, is psychological. If people believe the way to deal with issues like this, cross-border issues, is by the use of force, it makes the use of force more likely, which means that it's then much more unlikely to be able to have negotiated settlements, diplomacy and everything goes with it. If force becomes, if you like, the coin about one which we calculate these things, that becomes very difficult for people to deal with.